上好。I won't be speaking in Mandarin. I'm actually learning Mandarin, but I cannot speak very fluently right now. So I will be speaking in English to you all. So I think I have my translator as well. So first of all, thank you very much to everyone, and I will also like to acknowledge Master Changlin for inviting me here today and to say a few words to you all, because actually we were only going to meet each other. We have no plan of everything like in front of you here today, but suddenly I spoke to her and it was Sunday, so then suddenly we had the opportunity that I could speak and say a few words to you all today. So that's how I am here today. So
大家早上好，非常高兴来到普贤净苑，非常感谢普贤净苑的常理师傅给我这个机会来这边讲几句话，然后这并没有事先安排好，只是说临时打电话说星期天有时间，所以就过来了，非常感谢给这个机会。
So before I begin, I think I'll just say a little bit about myself, so you know who I am and everything. So my name is Pu Shien, and I went to India to study Buddhism when I was 6 or 5 years old. So I have been studying in India for nearly 19 years now. So
我先简单的自我介绍一下，我大概我是6岁的时候到印度仁波切首先自我介绍说他叫彭热仁波切，他是在6岁的时候或者5岁的时候到印度去学习佛法，到现在已经有19年的时间。
Yep, so that's I've been studying there, and I also have the responsibility to look at the center in New Zealand as well. We have the Palpum Center, so like that. And I was born in New Zealand, but I'm also part of Australia because my father lives in Australia, so both New Zealand and Australia.
所以我在印度的时候也有机会能够参访一些不同的道场，然后仁波切是在新西兰出生的，然后他同时呢他也经常会去澳洲，因为他父亲在澳洲居住，然后这边他有2个道场，他在照看2个道场，不好意思，道场的名字我没记住。
So also the monastery I study, we have not only me, but we have more than nearly 9 to 10 different Rinpoches. So I'm one of them, and such as I think you heard Minju Rinpoche, like some of you, I'm not sure. So anyway, we have like about 10 Rinpoches. So and also monks, we have nearly 1,000 monks there and nuns. So yes, so that's the place where I grew up and study. So
在我学习长大的事业里面呢，不光是我一个人在学习，同时还有9到10个仁波切在那边学习，然后同时呢，大概有1000多名僧人，包括男众和女众，然后跟我一起来学习。
Yep, so but I studied for 19, 18 years, but I still have a lot to learn, because we all know that no matter how much we study, you only have to learn more and more. You know, you can't learn enough until you learn everything. That is your mind.
我虽然已经学习了18到19年，但是我还在不断的学习，因为我们都必须在不断的学习，因为学无止境。我们除非学到这个自尽的一个程度，就是说你的这个心念。
Because actually that is why I think we want to also become Buddha. Because if we learn only one by one, we cannot learn everything, never. So if we can become Buddha and learn Buddha, like who we are, then we already can know everything. So
这就是为什么我们需要成为佛，因为如果我们一样的学的话，这辈子什么也学不完。但是成为佛以后，就是什么都知道了。
So anyway, I will start with what I have thought of speaking to everyone today. So I know that a lot of you have been studying and learning a lot from Master Changden in Pu Shien Temple here for many years. I think some of you may be new, some of you may be from many years now. So I wanted to ask you a question, because normally I've been going around and traveling, talking. They always ask me questions, all the time. So today I actually want to ask you a question. And it's not very hard. It's something that we should know when we come to a temple and we pray, and as a Buddhist, it's something that we should know. So, yeah.
接着我要开始讲我的主题，但是呢，我相信各位都是在普贤净苑跟随长期师父学习很多年，有些可能是新来的，但是大家对佛法应该是多少都有比较研究。然后我在我经常到各地演讲，然后被问很多问题。我在这边想问大家一个问题，这个问题不会很难，应该是作为佛教徒，大家都应该是能够回答的。
Okay, so do you think? Okay, so the question is very simple. I'm going to ask you, what is Buddha? Because we know San Bao, Wo Fa Sang, so I want to ask you, what is Buddha? Because we all pray, we go to temple, we, all the time we've been part of Buddha, Wo Fa Sang, so I want to ask you, what is Buddha for you? So who want to answer?
好，现在刘父亲问的问题是什么是佛？你们知道的请举手。什么是佛？阿香，你等一下。来，知道佛的意思请举手。什么是佛？来 ，Cherry 先哈，等一下 ，Cherry 先来。佛是什么？觉者。还有吗？还有没有？觉悟跟觉者。OK。烦恼断尽。好，这个答案。
Okay, it's enlightenment. It's it's the awakened one. But what do we awake from? Can you tell me? What? You said enlightenment. Enlightenment from what? How? Can you explain a little bit more?
圆满。自省你们背的都是名词，它是要你们真正去体会，不是说自觉觉他觉心圆满。Maybe just.
Because I will ask the question, a few of you answer, then I will tell what I think after that. So any.
从梦里边醒过来。
我觉得佛他是他功德有那然后就是用他的论理办法长期。
So, he understand what you talk. because he's very smart. 他已经猜得到他说的是什么，他都知道你们的答案是什么的。Okay, so I don't need the translator because you are so smart. You will. Okay, what is your answer?
So yeah, I'm actually happy. Like many of you answered me. I was expecting nobody will answer, but anyway, that's very good. So from what I've learned, what is Buddha? Buddha is who we really are, and I'll try to make it short. So it's who we really are, and who we really are is we are limitless. We are much more than good and bad. We are on top of that, but we are not there yet. So we are between good and bad.
很高兴能够有人来回答我的问题，我以为会没有人回答我的问题。然后我对佛的看法的意思就是，佛是其实是我们的自性佛，这是我们自己原本的样子。然后其实佛应该是在高于善跟恶之间的，但是因为我们还没有觉醒，我们现在所以我们的行止都处于善跟恶之间。
Because we are limitless, because it's not, our body is not limitless, our speech is not limitless, but our mind is limitless. But we have not realized it. We have to understand it like completely. So we have not done that yet. So that is why we are limited. And how we are limited is because we get caught in one or two thoughts, such as anger, jealousy. So for example, like let's say like you like someone very much, okay, and once you like someone very much, then there is jealousy, there is anger, and all that, you get caught up in that circle. You can't really think out of that. So it is the same with everything we do. Like we work, we have family, and we have to do this, do that. So we are all stuck in this very small circle between anger, jealousy, short-term happiness. So we can't really think out of that, because the more time we spend doing something, the more we get better and more deeper and deeper in that.
我们的自己其实是没有局限的。我们其实从身口意三方面来讲，我们身跟我们的口都是有局限的，但是我们的心是意是没有局限的。但是我们把它们局限在一些想法上面可能比如说愤怒或者是嫉妒。当我们喜欢上一个人的时候呢，我们就会把自己关在一个愤怒还有嫉妒以及短暂的快乐这么一个小圈子里面。然后出不来。其实我们应该这是因为我们还没有觉醒。
So like that, there's also, that's how we are limited. So now, how we are limitless, it's very clear sign, very easy. Because if we just rest our mind can become anything. Can do anything. We can fly, we can swim in the water, we can go underground. Nothing is limitless. Our mind can think of anything, So that is the clear sign that our real nature is not limited. We are everything. And that is Buddha. So the thing is, we need to know 100%. Not only 1%. So that's why we practice meditation, dharma, puja, like everything, prayer. We do that to clear the bad karma. So I will talk more on that.
人们就从大圆满的角度来讲，就是说，我们的这个，他说我们的心念为什么是没有限制的呢？因为这个其实是很容易证明的，因为我们的大脑，我们可以想象到各种事情，比如说在天 们的这个精神是没有限制的。所以说当这个我们不断的去深入的去觉醒的时候呢，其实会发现我们的那个潜力是无穷无尽的。然后呢，会最终就是说会能够从有限的这个脱离达到这个无限的程度。
Yep. So as I said, what makes us limited is very simple. It's ego. When there is me, there is he, she, and that, this. So from that ego, it's like a tree. The root is the ego. Then the tree is anger. The branch is anger, jealousy, hatred, pride. It grows only more and more. So that is what is making us limited.
所以我们的局限在最根本的一点是在一个自我的概念，因为我们有这个自我的概念，所以才会产生各种不同的这个负面的情绪以及精神状态。比如说好比说这个我们的这个自我概念、自我意识，其实像是一棵大树的一个根，然后呢，从那个根生长出来的小这些树枝，就可能是愤怒可能是嫉妒等等的这些负面因素。
In samsara, no matter how good we are, how good person we try to be, but as long as we are living a normal human life, like working and family,